really serious like situations, your brain kind of functions.
But he was sitting there all like, wow.
Well, he was probably studying Scaper like you would if you saw your favorite comic book hero, or even if you saw like your favorite celebrity, you would kind of sit there and be like, you know, look at them.
In awe.
Yeah, I don't know if you could read wrong, but you know how that works. Nice little references to posters and stuff that didn't really get in. Again, you know, hinting at his mom. His mom's a single mom, so there's really no father figure in his kind of situation at the moment, which we don't really talk about, but
it's implied very quickly.
Yeah.
Don't need to talk about
He
it.
went off for a thing of milk.
Love this page, and I remember Karen said Robo Bug. He looks like a Robo Bug, and I was like, oh, that's such a great name for him. I like this type of stuff too. You know, with him just kind of waiting in the wings and all that kind of jazz. The infamous bigger page, which I tried to break this into one page and I couldn't do it.
I can't do a bigger page. No, you totally can.
But I can.
You totally can.
That was the beauty of the web. You could just do whatever you wanted.
If that was if this was a book, that would have to fold up inside.
And this was, you know, a lot of people asked for desktops with that panel of him kind of looking down on Marco and everything. Again, this last that
one didn't we? Wasn't that top? That one of the one of the prints that we went.
No, that one is him down, which is this page.
That's the one.
I love that image as well, and I do like the way that Tyler has a little quip about the idea of, you know, he might need an injury timeout kind of fill in. So he's got all these basketball references. Yeah. He's just trying to. I think he's.
I like that show. He's got this bat over his and just.
He's going for his. He's going for his.
I guess all up from here, fellas.
Now the infamous staple gun. People were like, "What is he gonna do with a stupid staple gun?"
How funny was that?
And so I tried. I said, I was like, okay. I think.
We were talking about it coming back from the train.
I can't remember if we actually came up with this because of what people were commenting about.
No, this was us talking about it long before.
So the idea was he was just going to pull the staple gun out and hit the guy in the face like a bunch of times, that it was just going to ping off him, and then he was going to start laughing at him, and then he was just going to roll off and just hit him, smack,
bitch slap him.
And I remember this.
I remember
that panel too, because it was kind of, he looks at it and he goes, he just swings and just clocks.
I know this guy's face just.
Yeah. Well, again, some of the things that I've realized in issue 3 is these guys probably should not have been in the next pages with Scaper, because most of these guys should have been hospitalized based on how hard he was hitting them with like the. I mean, he comes over the top and he just starts pounding them. Look
at his face dissolves. It's like, I'll do it. Witch of the West.
But could you imagine being hit with a staple gun with that kind of rotation on it? And again, Greg had a great suggestion about the hand. I couldn't get the hand right. It was driving me nuts. And
so you did it like perspective.
It was this already had all this stuff here already had with the arm coming towards, which is one of the first times I think I've ever done a real good foreshortening image that kind of looks like it's going towards the reader. But the hand in the back, I think I just made it a big blob because I was like, I can't really figure it out.
It never looked right. It looked like it was just kind of hanging off the side.
So this was
and
me.
Also the loop to it looked really.
So this was me taking a photo of myself with a poster in my hand of I think the Matrix or whatever, just to get the idea of the hand in.
Is that what you really did?
Yeah.
Wow.
I always use references
Matrix
when I can't figure stuff out. Because you have to.
That is so made up. He's just like, I can just put myself in. So what you're trying to say is Tyler is actually your hand?
No. Well, yeah, that last part is in his glove. This page is really cool as well. People weren't even really expecting this turnaround, which I thought was great because he just keeps swinging the staple gun and his stuff was flipping around and just grab it, pull it. And
I don't know if it differentiates that Dean is the badass.
Yeah, and I think he's just had enough of him too.
Everyone else is a bit of a jabroni. He's like, well, fuck this.
Exactly.
Time out.
I love the Kenny like that.
Yeah, that was good.
Which is funny because it's weird. We don't actually establish that this is a real world, but we do have references like UFC and I think Kenny, and I just think we feel like pop culture.
Bastard.
20 minutes.
Alright.
We tried to keep this to 5 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't really happen. This was a great page too. I love this. I love this center panel. I thought that was really a great end to.
I'm supposed to go to 52 pages in 5 minutes.
Well,
isn't it like 76 pages?
Again, one of a lot of people's favorite pages. Really, just dynamic, hard. I remember Rayon said, these are the types of pages like. Other comic book companies need to get back to this kind of screaming, kicking, really wanting to be.
I love that, just a staple in blood, and it just gives you like
the idea of a
perspective of what it is, and then you can see his white
there
as well.
I still wanted to kind of put in the fact that he's not a badass.
No, but he reveals basically what he is, because before he looks like such a robo badass, now it's like, he's just a soft little.
Which is really funny here. When he pulls that hood off, all of a sudden he's Tyler again. Yeah. It's just kind of like, even though I love this image because he's still got the mask on, because it still makes him kind of half a hero. But I just thought that was really cool pulling it off. And then this was the big, when he did the headbutt and put him down.
Ah, the
and,
staples.
yeah,
Staples into the arm.
so smashes the staples into his arm. This was a great page. I love this last panel. I always thought that coming up from that angle, I thought was
That's really good with the green glow.
Yeah, because he's got his phone, and I have these old school phones.
Yeah,
I've got like the Nokia
crappy,
phones and stuff like that. Because I like the idea.
6510.
It's kind of set. It's set in modern times, but I like a lot of the things from the older eras, like the early '90s or even those types of things. I don't know, even the '80s. It's just there's a lot of really cool little things that they don't have
You
anymore.
could beat up kids and get away with it.
Well, not really. Again, this was. I remember Wessex said this was one of his kind of favorite panels.
Yeah,
It
it's
had
very
such a sense of foreboding.
Yeah.
Like it was just like something.
I'll just put the spatter in the corner. You just
Which I used in issue 1, but I think I used it a lot better in issue 3. A lot better. Yep. This page I didn't like it much. I thought it was good, but it didn't do what I really wanted it to do.
I saw the fear in his eyes.
Yeah.
You see there, and the staples on the side as well.
I don't know. There's just something about this panel, second panel, I didn't like, and but anyway, this page worked the way it needed to. Sometimes I realize that. Sometimes a page just needs to tell the rest of the story and then move on. I mean, every page can't be perfect,
And every
with
page
a
can't
weekly,
be awesome.
and with a weekly page, it can't be. But I mean, these pages came out really well. I was really happy with this and that pressure on his head and everything. And he's such a bastard. These lines here I thought came out really well with the idea of protect your identity because it pulls everything back to Dan and stuff. But the whole concept of protect your identity with Dan is to protect it from yourself and not from other people.
I like stapling the onomatopoeia together.
Yeah,
that was fun. That was fun. So these pages were tough to draw because I really liked Tyler and I didn't really want to see this happen to him, but it had to be.
Just a bunch of lines.
Quick side note.
The only thing quick about this whole thing. Like,
Tyler wasn't supposed to make it through this issue, by the way. So we
were gonna kill him, but
we
people
liked
liked
him too much, and I liked him too much.
and we had so many good ideas to reuse him later.
The brilliant hanging from the hoop concept, which will be
Or did
replayed, which will be replayed again at the end, which is awesome. What a great way of pulling that reflections concept. I thought that was great. Now we're back to Dan, and now everything goes back to that purple and kind of just a different color tone.
This is where the next issue could have started because it's so
again,
soft again.
Yeah, exactly. Again, because it changed completely. So now we have him at the bar, and
it wound down again.
Yeah. This was great because
Tall glass of weed.
Yeah, no, it's not. You and I went back and forth, and I actually looked at beer, and that is the color.
I know,
of
I'm kidding.
I looked at beer because I don't drink any. It
The page is good, but looks
Yes,
like
I'm only
you're
drinking
doing
this to
this.
the fact of the show. This was awesome. A lot of people loved that last panel.
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
Just the creeping in there, and then the full switch.
And the full Robocop.
Robocop.
Oh yeah. This was good. This was fun. I really wanted to show him dark, so this whole yelling.
It's like Salem from Sabrina. Hey, what are you doing?
Every cat, shut up! I love this page. I thought this was great. And I love the fact that he's just like, you fuckers want the real landscaper. And he believes he actually is this, and you made a good point. It's like, Jesus, he's really huge in this page. And I said, it's all
That's
perception.
how he perceives
It's
himself.
perception.
Yeah,
it's almost kind of
There's
like,
not really a red light behind him either. It's all in his mind.
Yeah.
well, it's the blood wings, or it's the
I think it's the Eye of
symbol.
Sauron, actually.
I always had this image of this like blood wave hitting his back as he was hitting this kind of, as
And
he
the
was
Foo
saying.
Fighters video clip.
Is there one with blood hitting his
Oh,
back?
they all this red paint shoots on.
And then this was kind of the idea of showing that
That's cool.
the blood symbol and stuff on the
That was
face
just
and
Chris trying to buy himself time.
No, it's not. I do a one page. Those are actually tougher than doing panel pages because you have to sit there and figure out. Yeah, it was kind of wasting time.
Relents.
This was a great page. I love this. A lot of people were like, I remember Karen said, it was like eeny, meeny, miny in one of these. She's like, is that how a dark hero talks? And I was like, yes, he does. And a lot of people thought it was kind of a drill bit going in and stuff, which was cool. Yeah, it actually worked out really well. Love this page. This was Freddy meets MacGyver, I think,
Pretty much.
which was great because he had that kind
From
of
my bar.
symbolism. This was a good page as well.
I like the
And
next
that's a big
page.
hole.
This is Cam's idea as well with this pipe. I remember us doing
Pipe is
talking
awesome,
about
man.
it, KFC, and it was like you're like, oh, I got these real quick, chicken scratches. It's like do something.
Oh,
with it,
worst drawings ever.
It was good.
I like this bit where he slides in and drives the pipe.
Great,
Some movie did that.
Great
I can't remember.
concept. I think you
Akira
mentioned
did
Akira,
that, I think, yeah.
but it's not the same kind of thing. He just
No.
bounced it a few times.
Yeah, yeah.
Where this one he heats it up on the
Yeah.
actual asphalt, which is really cool. So he heats it up and drills
It
this.
smashes it.
This
I
is
like
my-
the reflection in the pipe.
Yeah, you gotta have a reflection in the pipe.
It's kind of all about reflection.
This was a cool page. I really like the way this was. I had to drop it because we had all kinds of other stuff going on. Sometimes you have to make quick decisions and say, okay, well, what's best for the comic? Shut up, quick.
No.
Really?
Shut up.
Well, we originally had him lancing a dude with a pipe,
Yeah.
so he had like a ring mark on his head, like boom, and then are we gonna hit another one to a window?
But I needed to.
And then we're gonna have him do a sideways slide and then a
Yeah.
cross stab with the fork into the dumpster, and then he has this hero shot facing where the fence is.
Which I couldn't really do, so what I ended up doing was
time
get
rotation,
him to rotate the fork in and then
Yeah.
just basically nail him from the corner, which I thought kind of
It's
worked.
so brutal.
He's kind of a lumbering giant
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
happening there, but that's alright. This was a great page. I love this page, especially in coming through the cut fence. I can just hear those kind of sound effects and stuff. This was a good page. Really enjoyed this one.
And this was a good page. This was a good page.
This was a crap page. I hated everything about it. This was
His face is so brutal.
this was we talked about it.
I
at the
actually
time. It
laughed
was so
out
great.
loud,
Yeah.
like at
When you
work
saw it,
when
yeah,
I saw it.
yeah.
I was like, because I said, just so he tears like into the eyelid
It was
and his
great,
neck
it
and
was
stuff,
great.
and I just
And the
he
fact
gets
I
the
got
toe.
I didn't
the fact
imagine
I
how
got the-
brutal that would actually look. It's
And
like
the fact
that's
I got the
horrible.
hook, I got the hook actually in the mouth
Yeah,
still,
yeah,
so you
yeah,
can still
yeah,
see it
yeah,
sitting
yeah.
in there by his edge of his teeth and stuff.
It's like the pressure's so hard,
Yeah.
it's popped it out of his gum.
Pretty bad.
How that would just that
That would
was
hurt.
so bad.
But I always wanted to do a comic where you looked at it and you're like, oh, that looks like
I
a
like
heart.
this, how like the frames that are like beside kind of pull into each other.
Yeah, and
So
it creates this kind of chain X as well, which
Yeah.
is really cool. And then the moment,
he's straight edge.
the moment when
Oh, no,
he
you're
realizes
joking.
that it doesn't matter how strong he
If
gets
only
to get
every
through
page
that.
was drawn like that.
Oh, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. This was the debate page, which I had a
Oh,
lighter
yeah.
before, and then Dasmatech came in and blasted it, which was great. Again, but he told me like
Too much
this
time in
actually
your hands.
happened to me, and I know what happens when you cut a real lighter. And I was like, wow, people know this
With
stuff.
bang.
Yeah, well, no, it freezes your hand because all the
Evaporates.
it
evaporates.
So it wouldn't actually have any liquid in it because it's all butane that actually turns into. So I learned a lot about chemistry. So I added the actual lighter fluid.
Lighter fluid bottle.
So
We like lighter fluid in this comic
Moments.
anyway.
This was a
Oh,
good
yeah.
page. Yeah, that was flaming fork. This was cool. Boom. Oh, yeah, hitting me in the nose after he's hit the
Oh,
bat.
yeah, that's good.
That was good.
And the sock.
Yeah,
Easy.
that was a cool concept as well.